So Artha, to give one's wealth, we're going to go out, we're going to distribute books to people. And some people are going to give some of their wealth. Very, very auspicious. Yeah. They're working hard for their money and they're going to engage in so many sinful activities. You know, buying meat and then eating the meat and alcohol and so many things that they use their money for. So we're going to liberate. It's called liberating Lakshmi. When we go out and ask them for Lakshmi, it's very, very auspicious. Then we give it to the lotus feet of Krishna. So this is very good. Prana, Artha, Dhya, our intelligence. When we're out distributing books, sometimes we have to think of ways to convince people to take books. And Krishna is known as Dhya Pati, means the Lord of intelligence. So we had to pray to Dhya Pati, Krishna, for the intelligence by which people will feel encouraged to take books. Srila Prabhupada, he made sure that all the books that were distributed in mass quantity had pictures in them. Because people are attracted to art, especially if there's a message in it. So this is one way to attract people to Prabhupada's books. Actually, this is what the best way to distribute books is to get them attached to it. Many times I've had this experience. I was at a university recently, actually, and I was speaking to one student, and he was very enthusiastic. He really liked the Bhagavad Gita. He wanted to take it. He had no money. So then, maybe 2 hours later, a lady came to the table, and she immediately gave a donation, took a Bhagavad Gita. And I said, "Oh, I haven't even shown it to you. Why are you so enthusiastic to take it?" He said, "Oh, my friend called me at home, and he said there's a monk on the campus with a table, and go there and buy a Bhagavad Gita from him." So this person that wanted the book, she called her up, and she came over and got the book. So he was so enthusiastic that he called from the school to a friend, get some money, come over to the university, get the book, you know. So they get attached. And there was one lady I met on Tuesday. I usually stayed at a university for 5 days. So I met her on Tuesday, and she didn't get she wanted the book, but somehow she wasn't on the campus for the rest of the week, so she told a friend on Friday to go to the campus, and there's a guy there with the table. Get this book from him, Bhagavad Gita. You know, 4 days later, she still remembered she wanted that book. Yeah. So this is the best way to distribute. Get people attached to it. And people, they like artwork. People become attached to it. So it's very good. So to give one's life, prana, artha, one's wealth, dhya, one's intelligence, and vacha, one's words. Of course, when we're distributing books, we're speaking to them all the time. You know, excuse me, sir, we got this nice book here. You know, meditation, yoga. So we're using our words constantly. It's a very auspicious activity. But we have to be tolerant. Srila Prabhupada, he wrote a letter to two sannyasis saying that if you're not tolerant and you're not humble, you'll not be able to preach Krishna consciousness. So it's very important that we be tolerant, that we be humble. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, "When will I with a humble heart go out to spread the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?" So this is also necessary. Completely dependent on Krishna. So tadikshaya karunya. Karunya means compassion. So if we're tolerant, then there's room to become compassionate. This is, of course, compassion is a very exalted quality. But it's not difficult to see that people are suffering. There's a statement in the Bhagavad Gita that an intelligent person compares the suffering or the condition he was in previously, comparing it with the position that people are now. We all suffered, experiencing material life. You know, they're also suffering. because they're engaged in material life. But now, they're in Maya, they don't know that they're suffering. Maya covers. Yeah. They think, I'm okay. It's a very common thing in distributing books. No, I'm good. Very common. You've heard that before. Mantra. No, I'm good. I'm okay. Whenever they say, no, I'm good, and I tell them, but you can be better. they usually, yeah, good point, yeah, you're right. So, this is Maya, they think they're good, everything's okay. Little do they know how far they are from actually being good. If they knew what it was to be good, they would understand. But being good means, yeah, I got some money, I got a roof over my head, got food, got my girlfriend or boyfriend, I'm okay. Got a nice job. They think this is good, but this is nothing. This is nothing, insignificant. One is good when one is engaged in devotional service. And one is really good if they're engaged in pure devotional service. So this is what people don't know about. This is what we're going to try to inform people about today. And when we go out, we should pray to Krishna. This is the main key to being successful in book distribution. We have to really take shelter of Krishna, crying out, Krishna, please, help me to be an instrument in your hands to distribute this valuable information to the conditioned souls. You see, what the people are interested now, they're interested in immediate gratification. It's called prayas. But what we're offering when we give them books, we're giving them shreyas, which is the ultimate benefit, eternal benefit. They want immediate gratification because they're thinking that they're their body, that they think that they're their senses. But actually, this is illusion. So what we're offering them is shreyas, the ultimate benefit by which they can achieve the ultimate, the highest happiness, which is devotional service. Yeah. So in order to be convinced of this ourselves, we have to be practicing strictly. Otherwise, it's difficult to get this message across to them. So, tatikshaya karunya, and then samadvena, maitra tikila jantushu. That when we approach people, we should approach them in a friendly way. Old friends. Actually, everybody is our old friend because we're all deep down, everybody is a spirit soul. So who knows, some of the people we're approaching we may have known in the spiritual world. Because we've just been here a short time actually. We were all in the spiritual world. And everybody is part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna is the friend of everyone. So this is a very big family, but now people are forgetful. So to approach people in that way, that everybody is a soul, part and parcel of Krishna, and a friend, and a very nice meditation. It's actually fun. Book distribution is a very fun activity. Approaching old friends, giving them Krishna, giving them this shreyas, this highest benefit. It's a wonderful activity. Sometimes I've been on book distribution and it's just so ecstatic that I'm just smiling all day long, having wonderful exchanges with people, and they're taking books, and sometimes I'm just smiling all day long, and my smile muscles start to ache. I got to massage my mouth, because this, generally people don't have that problem. If you get into book distribution enough, it just becomes a very, very ecstatic activity. And many devotees that were book distributors in the past, practically without exception, they say the best years of their life was when they were distributing books. Because book distribution, it's a real surrender. And surrendering to Krishna, that's the greatest happiness. So that's the point in their life when they surrendered the most. and therefore they got the most mercy from Krishna.